Hail brothers and sisters, my name is Captain Meatshield and welcome back to Satisfactory. So, as usual, I have been busy. Mostly, well, I say mostly, some of what I've been busy with has been power connections. I've got all of the smelters all hooked up, we've got everything connected down to this one power pole, but it does go upwards, so we better go and see what's been done up this way, because, oh boy, has it been a lot of work. All of the assemblers are now connected, they're all hooked up to power, all hooked up to belts. The only thing I haven't done with them is connect up their outputs. That will be something to do once we've got everything up and running. But they've all got their recipes, which has been one of the most tedious bits, but the most tedious bit has been sorting out all of the input belts for them. So, I've done a similar thing to the reinforced plate production, what I did with the reinforced plate production over at the modular frame outpost. There's so many things that I need to remember, it's ridiculous. But because of now having access to Mark V belts, I've been able to kind of condense down some of the inputs, because we had 4 Mark IV belts feeding the systems over there. With this one, I've managed to condense it down to 2 Mark Vs, which has been very nice. So everything is all hooked up and split accordingly, so all of these machines are going to be getting fed equally and at the rates that they need to be, which is rather good. Very happy with that. The only thing that we need to do is to hook up these belts here to the ones that are coming out of the little fellas over this way. I haven't finished sorting out all of the outputs on these constructors. I kind of forgot about that, because I got busy with one half of it, and then I was just like, I'm tired, I need to go to bed. But this side will give you a good idea of how it's all looking. So, each of these columns, once fully supported, is going to produce, I think it's 720 screws a minute. So, yeah, we've got 90, 180, 360, 720. Yes. Okay, so that's good. And then all of the belts are outputting down into this central channel sort of area. These ones are all finished. Everything's all sorted on this side. I mean, geez, look at the speed those belts are going at. And it almost looks like they're not moving. It looks like they're just glitching out. Whoa! Oh, I love how fast they launch you, it's amazing. But one of these columns, so one belt, one currently Mark V belt, because these columns are, or these little module pod things, whatever term I'm going to come up with them, whatever term I decide to stick with, because I'm so indecisive, one of these will support one side of a column of the assemblers. Yeah, we've got 6 machines, they need 720 altogether, because we've got 360 for 3, and then, yeah, 720 going on to the last 3. So, yeah, it's maintaining that 4:3 ratio that I was talking about. So, for what we're going to be producing here with these machines... Oh, frame rate, come on. There we are. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. With what we can produce on site, we're going to be able to support 8 of these bits, so we'll be able to do... How do I want to work this? Actually, we're not going to be able to support that. We're going to be only be able to support 7, because only 1/2 of this module is going to be connected. So this is only going to be producing 360. Everything else is going to be getting provided by the station, which means the belts are going to get a little bit fiddly once that starts happening. So I'm trying to figure out where I want to send the belts. These are the questions now. Because my idea was to output them on this side, and then just kind of loop them around, probably build out some foundations a little bit, so I can drop at least the bottom row of belts, drop them underground, and then they could maybe go off to these ones, and the ones that are on top can go skywards and go off to the ones up there. That might be the way I deal with it. So yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm going to build out the platform under here, provided I've got concrete. I've got concrete, I'm good. I'm going to bring that out a little bit more. And yeah, what I'm going to do will be... I might sort out the upper belts first, because then I can take away the stackers and just leave them kind of supported in mid-air, essentially. So we'll do that. However, I plan to do this. So if we run things like this, get rid of these stackers, then I can remove the floor from here, and this will be where the lower belts will drop down and they'll start running underground. Yeah, that works great. Got Mark 5 conveyor lifts. Oh, they're going to be fun. Oh man, I need hobbies. I need a life. I need to stop being such a sad wanker. I don't care, I'm having fun. What I do need is some more Mark 5 belt material. I am running low on my aluminium sheets. This project is consuming quite a lot of them. I mean, obviously that's nothing compared to when we actually start using it for, you know, producing the materials for, you know, building better technologies. But as a good friend of mine says, we'll blow up that bridge when we come to it. For now, I'm going to drive back to the base, go and check on my aluminium sheet production. Because I did, off-camera, go for another run over to the bauxite production. Went and stole pretty much all the bauxite that was there. Okay. I've kind of given up on trying to heal myself after I go through that gas, because I can get through it without killing myself, and then my health recharges up to 3 notches, 3 bits of health. So, you know, I'll live. That gas probably isn't doing me any good, but it's not killed me yet. Part of me is tempted to try and tidy up my power lines over that side on the plate production, so that I could maybe get this bridge to go over this way as well. Because the miners are very much in the way here. If this was taller, we could definitely build over them, but I was just thinking ease of access, but never mind. Ooh, things seem to have run down here. Have I run out of quartz? I think I might have. Let's get some full stacks. 5 full stacks. 500 should do. How much bauxite have I got left in here? I used up about half a container. Yeah, I ran out of quartz, so I'll have to go and do another run for some of that off camera, but I think I've got enough materials to last for the time being, so no, ain't a problem. I've just had a thought, considering how much belt I'm going to need to put in. I might actually just build all of the infrastructure for this outpost with Mark 5 belts, just to kind of future-proof it. Because it doesn't matter if the belts are over-supporting the machines. That's not a problem at all. When the time comes that we do expand things, the infrastructure is already going to be there, so I won't have to waste time going around upgrading all the belts. So it's just going to be, you know, a worthwhile use of my time and resources. If I have to drop things down to Mark 4, then I've got plenty of encased industrial beams, so that's not a problem. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to start by connecting all of this stuff over to the assemblers. I'm going to kind of work backwards on this. We'll worry about getting the smelters connected up to the constructors after we've done this bit. And then, because I want to make sure that I'm getting things connected properly, after we've done all this, then we can do the, you know, smelters to constructors, and then miners to smelters, so... we've got somewhat of an organised thing in my head. I don't know if it will last long, but we'll see. Yeah, and then I can just cover this with walkways and not have a big old hole to fall into. So, well, I'm going to get this tree out of here first, because this guy is very much in the way, and I haven't actually got any biofuel on me. Have I left that in the container? Probably. Get out of here, you big tree! Thank you. But what is this? What are you? Where are you from? You're not really going to be all that in the way, so for now you can stay there. I want to just get the rest of this sorted. Though I have just realised that those belts are going to need to end up elevated anyway. Oh, fuck. So I think what I'm going to do... I'm going to take these 4 belts... and they are going to feed into... Oh, hang on. I've got to remember that one of these is going to be under-supplied. So this one here is going to need to be topped up with materials from the train station. So I should worry about the other belts first. Some of this belt stuff may end up getting tweaked once the whole thing gets upgraded anyway, so we'll just have to see how things are going to play out, but mostly just want to get things connected up, see how it all looks. Because complete functionality isn't really going to be a thing for a little while. So that's one, like, complete column, one complete module hooked up for the screws. So we're off to a good start. I don't know why I put that there. Now, one of the reasons I left this big open space here is so that I can bring the other belts in from the train station. And it gives me a bit more room to play around with everything. I think I've tried to do a lot of stuff very compact, and I'm kind of feeling like things should be opened up a little bit more. There's no need to box yourself in. You can always just build more vertically. It's probably a good way of doing things. Maybe it's one of those life lessons you need to take into consideration. It's like, when life's getting you down, just build vertically. Just go the opposite direction of down. Build yourself up, not into a ditch. But okay, that will do for those. This belt here is going to need to be supplemented with stuff from the trains. What did I do with my piece of paper? I think the trickiest thing about this is going to be pulling an extra 360 off of the belts that are coming from the train station. I'm going to have to figure out how I want to balance these. But okay, that's everything from, well, for this floor. I'm going to remember there's 4 more belts that I need to connect. 4 more belts, 4 more belts, 4 more belts. In case you can't tell, it's been a long day for me. I'll shut up eventually. Okay, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put some stackers in so that I can get... I'm not meant to go there. I'm going to put some stackers in so I can get the elevators to connect in the right spots. And just realised you're bearing your way in through here, aren't you? Look at you, you big pointy bastard. I can't get rid of you, can I? Can I get rid of this thing? Excuse me. Do I think that is very welcome? No! Oh shit, I haven't got any more nobelisks. I don't know, can I break this? Didn't seem affected by that explosion much. It's time to do a test. For science! But mostly because I like explosions. Right. Yeet! No. Oh well. I guess you're just going to have to be in the way, aren't you? Oh, one thing with regards to this thing. When I was up going on my bauxite run, I did notice that there looks to be a resource node up there. I think it might be the SAM ore. The strange alien metal. So that could be fun to go and look at some point. I mean, we still can't do anything with this armor, but we could slap a miner on it or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things to keep me occupied on long, lonely nights. Okay, so that's conveyor lifts all the way up here. Very handy. Now we've got to do a similar thing to what we did with the ones downstairs. Although, I might want to spread this out a bit more, because I want to try and do a similar thing to what I've done with these ones. So, yeah, never mind, I'm tearing it all down, doing it again. This is what I get for not paying attention. I have to redo my work every bloody time. But we've only got 4 inputs for the screws on this floor, so these belts will fully support everything that's going on up here. The only ones we're going to need to supplement are these ones downstairs. So that's not too bad. But yeah, I need to remember where things are going now. So, and there we go. This thing's just even more in the way now, and am I going to be able to get belts through you? Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem. Well, I actually think for its placement, these belts are just kind of weaving around it, which is kind of cool. I like that. So it just looks like this, whatever this thing is just kind of like grown into the factory. I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. And that's the last of it. So, the assemblers are now connected up to this big pod of constructors. Oh, how long has that taken me? Oh, wow, that's taken me like half the episode already. That's great. This is going to go so well. I might leave sorting out the smelters, because I know roughly where those are going to go. They're mostly going to end up, like, all coming up here and then just feeding down this sort of bus line. So that's nothing too impressive to go about sorting out. What I want to do is figure out where all of the train outputs are going to go. I've also got to make a decision on which train I want for screws, and which one I want for iron plate. Okay, let's get down below and have a look at the placement of things. I'm gonna cut this out of this floor as well. Oh, right, okay, so we're kind of close to the train stations already. So we're going to have 2 outputs on each platform. The floor here can probably be built out a bit more. In fact, I'm gonna redo the floor here with the larger foundations. So give me a second just to tidy this up a bit. So what might be easiest would just be to bring the belts down along here and send them skywards just up through the roof. Like, as long as they're, like, going up from this point, they're not going to interfere with the belts that we've already got in place. And then we can use these to merge and supplement other stuff and get the rest of the assemblers all connected. We'll do a similar thing with the iron over on this side. Probably bring them down into this bit and then send them up, and then we need to really figure out where the outputs are going to be going. This whole thing is very complicated, but it's fun. I'm liking the challenge on this one. So yeah, what we could do, bring this out this way. These are going to need to be about 3 high in order to get the upper output. So we'll do 1 on each side like that. Oh no, it's only 2 high. Oh, I got things completely wrong. So what I'll do will be send the top belt skyward first, then I can bring this one out a little bit further and send it up on a lift on the other side, like a little further along. So if I remove that, and then, oh, please tell me I've got enough fuel to get through. Oh, just about, good God. Definitely going to need some jump pads on this one. So that's coming from the upper belt. Yep. Now, which way to send this? Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring it out a little bit further. We're going to go one more across. Bring it out here, because then we've got room to work when we're up here. So I could just bring it out. That's going to be level with the... Tell you what, let's... Right, I'm going to put a stacker in on this side as well. I just want to get the lift up to the right height. So we'll merge you there, or bring you out there. And then, okay, yeah, this will be the one to just merge onto here. So we'll sort this bit out. We'll merge you there. So whatever's left on this belt will supplement this one. And then I'll probably put a splitter in to help with everything else. So we'll put this here. Alright, and there we go. We've got more conveyor lifts up. So I'm trying to figure out how much is going to be on this belt. Because it's going to output 780. I mean, its total throughput once that splits is going to be... I mean, the average output would be 390. So even then, that's still enough to fully support one belt going into one of these. And I only actually need 2 more. For the time being. So even half the train station is going to be supporting this. But yeah, I mean, you know, we are kind of future-proofing this whole thing, so we're ready for when the big upgrade happens. I'll get the rest of this installed. Because that's probably about all I've got time left for in this episode. And I've just run out of iron rods as well. So, what are you going to do? Alright, that'll do it. This is looking very busy. I have just realised that I'm not going to be able to build. Yeah. That's going to have to be open-topped, or at the very least covered with walkways. These bits, yeah, I can't build them over the splitters and the mergers. I should have roofed over all of this first. I'll sort out the going over the splitter and the merger off camera. I'll tidy that up. This outpost is proving to be a lot of work. But as I said, I'm enjoying the project. It is good fun. I was going to try and put some walkways over this, but I just realised I haven't got any rods, which means I can't. So, never fucking mind. I do have a big hole to jump down now, so that's good. I don't know, what resources have I got left in here? No rods. Nah, never mind. But yeah, I think that's looking rather impressive. I can finish getting the belts connected into the train station as well, so I'm going to do that. But yeah, I think that'll do. We're getting close to having this whole thing online. It's just taking a while. Again, we are going to need to go on a slug hunt in order to get the shards that we need to keep everything online, or to keep everything overclocked. Hell, even just to get things overclocked. But the bulk of everything is currently in place, which is good. So, what I'm likely to do from here, I think between episodes, I'll sort out all of the belts for getting the ores into the smelters and the smelters up to the constructors, along with getting the iron plate out of this train station and up to the assemblers. I'm going to do a similar thing to this, so it will be pretty much exactly the same. The only thing I've really got to figure out now is where I want to put my output train station, the exports one. That's going to be the one thing that we need to worry about, because we've got plenty of open space. I mean, I would like to try it and keep it somewhere like kind of close to the train stations that we've already got here. I'm wondering how far I could push it over this way and maybe have the rail kind of skirt around the miners that we've got. I'll have to work that out as I go about sorting out everything else. I might do that before I connect the miners up to the smelters, because if I need to weave some rails around some belts, it would be easier to probably just have the rails installed first, and then the belts can go up and over and all that sort of stuff. But overall, really liking this outpost. It's coming together nicely. It's just going to be nice to get it finished. But my hopes are that by the end of next episode, we'll have this online in some way, shape or form. I don't know if the miners will all be overclocked by that point, so I don't think the constructor, the on-site screw production is going to be fully maxed out. But we'll take it as we go and see what happens. But for now, I'm going to wrap this episode up here and just say thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out the playlists on the channel for more Let's Plays on metal covers, and give this video a like or a comment just to leave your thoughts. And if you wish to join the ever-growing ranks of the Order of the Shield, subscribe on YouTube, chuck me a follow over on Twitch, or maybe even consider checking out my Patreon and becoming an officer within the ranks. But thank you again for watching this video, and I will catch you all very, very soon. This is Captain Meatshield, signing off. How are we going to do against this medium tank? Could we maybe steal this as well? As if we don't blow it the fuck up. No, we blew it the fuck up.